Hey everybody, it's Fox with FoxeoGames, and this is a Fox first scent of Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch. Obviously it's on the Switch, it would be on Nintendo's latest console. I did actually pick up a Switch, that's how I'm able to play it. I picked one up in preparation for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but at the moment I decided to also pick up Mario Odyssey. In hindsight, I'm thinking I probably made a mistake paying $60 for this game, not because it's not good, not because it's not a great game, but because it's not typically what I spend a lot of time playing. I'm just not big into platformers, and in particular 3D platformers. I think the last time I really enjoyed a 3D platformer was, and quite nostalgically and appropriately for this video, Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64, and in many ways this feels like quite the sequel, the follow-up, the spiritual successor to Mario 64, because when I sat down to play it, I definitely got some memories of Mario 64 and how that game felt and everything that surrounded that game, except for the novelty of 3D movement, because obviously, you know, 3D polygonal gaming has been around forever. I'm really bad at this because I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm gonna take some flack for saying this. I haven't seen anyone else say it, and I don't know why no one else is saying it. Maybe it is just me. But using the controller, I'm using that like dog ear controller, you know, with the Switch where you put it on the little attachment. That way you get more of a full controller feeling. Using that, it's not the best in the world. I'd rather have the Pro controller, but I don't want to spend, you know, 60, 70 bucks on that right now. But even if I had that, it still won't fix the fact that I feel like this game has really slippery and slightly delayed controls. Seems like Mario takes just a bit too long to get up and running. And whether it's in the 2D mode, which you'll see later in this video, there are some like 2D segments where Mario kind of transitions, which I think is really cool, and I do like those moments. And also in the 3D mode, it just feels like I don't quite have the precision that I would expect from a Mario game. And then of course when something's coming at me, like this little this dude on the chain, I forget what they're called, I don't feel like I can get out of the way in time. There's no like quick dash or anything like that I have yet. I do believe there's an ability that you get later in the game where you can throw your hat and then you can move towards the hat like you're sort of slingshotting yourself. But as far as I know, I don't have that ability quite yet. I've only made it about an hour into the game. I'm still in the desert area, which is technically the third area, but really the second. The first area is sort of an introduction. Graphically, I gotta say the game looks a little better than I thought it would, although in many ways, like depending on the level and depending on the part of the level, especially the backgrounds, it can feel kind of cheap. And a lot of aspects about the Switch and Switch games are looking, and of course when I play it, feeling cheap, because it's almost like a smartphone game. You know, when you play a smartphone game and you're thinking like, oh, it's pretty cool, but you know, you can tell it's smartphone quality graphics. It's sort of downgraded from what you would expect from a typical console. Well, then again, you know, it makes sense. This is a portable system that can also be played on the TV. When I'm playing it on the Switch in portable mode, when I'm taking it on the go, I didn't notice it as much because it's a much smaller screen. The Switch is a bit bigger than I expected, but it's still a much smaller screen. But when you play it on a computer monitor like I am, or a TV, it does definitely feel and look a little cheaper, and then performance can drop quite a bit in Mario Odyssey. I'm sure that's going to be the case in a lot of games. I know it was for Zelda Breath of the Wild. I never did play the Switch version. I probably will not buy it for the Switch. I already have it for the Wii U, and I'm emulating it. So I think that'll be good enough. But as for Mario Odyssey, well, it's an okay game. If you like these kind of third-person platform collectathon games, I think you'll find this game to be really, really good. I think you'll really like it. I think you'll spend just dozens of hours, and especially if you're the completionist type where you like to go and find everything. I'm absolutely sure, and I haven't even looked this up yet, but I'm absolutely sure that there are tons of things to find and collect in this game that you do not need to find and collect to finish it. That's typically how these Mario games work. I'm noticing a bit more slowdown while I watch the footage than I actually felt while playing it. I guess during high-intensity action moments you don't notice the slowdown as much, and that's okay. The game runs pretty well overall, although like I said, the biggest complaint I have to say about Mario Odyssey from this Fox first scent, just my first experience, are the controls. They feel unnecessarily slippery and kind of a bit delayed. And I think the delay is really how long Mario takes to get going. Also, when I'm trying to jump on things, I feel like I don't have the accuracy to jump on it. I'm jumping all over the place trying to stomp a Goomba But then again, I think the game really is pushing you more towards using your hat to defeat enemies rather than jumping on them. And that is the big gimmick of Mario Odyssey, is that you have the hat. And you can throw the hat around. There are all sorts of different moves you'll be able to do with the hat as you get through the game. I haven't gotten them all. And right here you get to see this cool little 2D section as well. Always great to throw in those little nostalgic flashbacks. I do appreciate these segments. But what do you guys think of Mario Odyssey? Are you playing it? And if you're not playing it, do you plan on getting it this Christmas season? I'm Fox with FoxeoGames, and I will see you guys next time.